So, before we do the first draw, I'm thrilled actually to invite up to help me do this draw one of our special guests, and that's Canadian Women's National Team head coach, Mr. John Herdman. So, we're here to do the Provincial Cup draws, which is the top level of amateur soccer here in BC. We all know that John's got a pretty big tournament coming up next year, right here in Canada. So maybe give us your thoughts on how the team's looking so far in 2014, John?
Yeah, well, we just bombed out the Cyprus Cup, so don't write us off just yet. We haven't won a game against the top team yet, since we came back from the Olympics. So, if anything, we're on a strategic plan to reduce expectation. And just make sure we go in with that underdog banner that we love so much. Now, look, I think from a development perspective, we've sort of looked at around 21 players plus this year and last year. And I think when we inherited the team from the Olympics, it was a team that, if anyone knows how World Cups are won, or Olympics are won, there's a magic formula between average age and international experience. And you've got to really fall within a bandwidth. And to be honest, the team at the Olympics was right. It was right to do something pretty spectacular. It had one of the most experienced teams with the right average age. But now the team's getting a little bit older, and the gap between the young and the old is quite big. So it's bridging that gap, and that's been one of the challenges, while also, you know, making it clear that we want to make you guys proud. Going into a World Cup, you know, winning a World Cup's like catching lightning in a bottle, but I'm sure, you know, given an opportunity gets us out of bed every morning and we go after that dream. But the reality for us is we want to make you proud. We want to do our best every single day and put a performance on that makes you proud. And one of the things we've certainly worked on is trying to change our style, our DNA, how we present ourselves on a football pitch. And at this stage, it's work in progress. But I'm hoping, like I say, when we need to be judged, the team will be ready, and you can judge us and support us then, but hopefully support us before judging us. And I think, you know, when you look at this team, we've got some unique people. Christine Sinclair from BC, and that World Cup 2015 is just around the corner now. And I'll tell you, to get over the threshold, we're going to need everyone's support. And you imagine a vision of this team turning up in BC for that final game in BC Place against the US. You imagine it. I mean, that's what's getting us out of bed every single morning. I mean, that's a dream to anyone. For some people, it's a curse. But for us, it's a curse some days, and it's a massive opportunity, because you know something, in our lifetime, and probably your lifetime, we'll never see a World Cup final in BC Place. So whatever you can do to support this team, support the campaign, get behind it. Because if you do your best, all we're trying to do is our best, and if we all do our best, at least we can go away from it pretty proud of what we've achieved. So that's where the team's at, and I'm going to talk about statistics and a whole lot of things, but I don't want to bore you tonight. It's about you and others.
Beautiful, thanks very much, John. And let's now let's get on to why we're all here and form the draw. Lori, if you please. So as you can see with this draw, there are 2 seeded teams for each league that is participating in this cup. Both the Metro Women's Soccer League and the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association have 2 seeds, and as you see, they've each been slotted in to their respective spots. So they're not being drawn out tonight. They have a bye in the first round, and we will see what the other slots are. We're going to go from top to bottom on the left-hand column first, those first round games, and then move to the next round and draw the opponents to those other seeded teams. So as you can see, we're drawing out of the nearly 100 years old now, old Provincial Cup trophy. John, if you would take us away.
Here we go. Just wanted to pull out the track.
One at a time, please.
Hey, some of these are on the court. Another one. It's a suit. Okay, here we go.
I'll leave that for now. But I'll let you pop them over from now on.
These are like pig cups the players use on them.
That's not where I got them from. Okay, so the first team is from the Metro Women's Soccer League, Richmond FC. Richmond FC.
Versus
John versus
Castaways FC.
Castaways FC from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association. Next one, please. Yes, please. I'm busy. So, by the way, before he announces it, just so everyone knows, the top team in each bracket is the home team. So the top team's home versus the away. So at home in the next matchup will be
Victoria Athletics.
the Victoria Athletics from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association. And they will play home too.
Oh, hey, a team close to my heart, Coastal FC.
Coastal FC from the Metro Women's Soccer League. Okay, that's the preliminary round. So moving up, the next slot is on the road to number 2 seed from Lower Island Women's, Prospect Lake. Please, John.
This is Peninsula Co-op Highlanders.
The Peninsula Co-op Highlanders from the Metro Women's Soccer League.
Good luck spelling it.
Correct. And moving down, the next matchup and final team in this draw on the road to the North Shore Girls Soccer Club Renegades.
Coquitlam Metro Ford SC Extreme.
That is the Coquitlam Metro Ford SC Extreme from the Metro Women's Soccer Club. So that concludes the Women's Premier Cup draw. Okay, now we're moving right along. The next one on our list is the Doug Day Cup. And this is in the men's under 21 division. Now for this one, I'm going to ask our next guest speaker to come up. He is the host of Soccer Talk on AM 650 every Saturday night. And please welcome Tyler Green.
Hi everybody, thanks for including me in this. Key of Vancouver Soccer Talk will be heard every Saturday night from 10 p.m. to midnight on AM 650 Radio, online at am650radio.com. We'll obviously be covering the Provincial Cups when they happen during the show as well. Talking Whitecaps, World Soccer. We had Sean Urban on our very first show actually, so everything in the world of soccer will be discussed, and we'd love to have you guys listen. Thanks.
Beautiful, thanks Tyler. And if you want to come over here, we'll get you to do this draw. Now for this one, there are 4 seeded teams from all of the leagues. Now they will get slotted in first into the 1, 2, and 3, and 4 positions at random. Please take us away, Todd. So in the number 1 seed spot at the top,
Port Moody Lordco Gunners.
from the Fraser Valley Soccer League, the Port Moody Lordco Gunners. Traditional powerhouse. And the number 2 position,
From the Vancouver Metro Soccer League, EDC FC Burnaby.
okay, and in the number 3 position,
From the Vancouver Island Soccer League, Victoria Highlanders Prospects.
nice, and the last seeded team, number 4,
Also from Vancouver Metro Soccer League, Guildford FC.
Guildford FC was a club who was founded back in 2004. Its current captains are Nico and Kevin Wong, and they are our defending champions from last year and current 2014 VMSL League champions. So now we're moving on to the seeded teams. And we'll move on to the rest of the teams. So the first matchup will be on the road to the Port Moody Lordco Gunners.
And from the Fraser Valley Soccer League, it will be Alder Grove United.
We have an all Fraser Valley Soccer League matchup off the top. The next team coming out will play their first game at home.
From Vancouver Metro Soccer League, CCBRT United.
CCBRT United. And they will host.
From the Vancouver Island Soccer League, Mid-Isle Islanders FC.
Before you go on there, Tyler, I just want to say the Mid-Isle Islanders' current captain is Jeff Travis. They were founded only in 2010, and they are actually the winners of the George Smith Cup the last 2 years running. So the next matchup on the road to BDCFC Burnaby.
Will be Vancouver Island Soccer League's Gorge FC.
Gorge FC, a storied club. They were founded back in 1950. This U21 version's current captain is Dan Patton Cavanaugh. Next matchup will be at home.
Vancouver Metro Soccer League, Croatia SC.
Croatia SC will be at home too.
Vancouver Island Soccer League, West Castle United FC.
West Castle United making the trip to face Croatia. They were founded only a couple of years ago in 2011. Their current captain is Ian Wilson, and they were finalists for the George Smith Cup last year. So next matchup, we'll go on the road to face Victoria Highlanders Prospects.
From Fraser Valley Soccer League, Port Moody Lordco Reds.
Port Moody Lordco Reds. And the next team to come up will be at home.
Vancouver Island Soccer League, Prospect Lake Lakers FC.
Prospect Lake Lakers FC. And they will host
Vancouver Metro Soccer League, West Van FC.
West Van FC. This club was founded back in 2005, and this team's current captain is Stashan Cody. And they won a silver medal last year at the Provincial. So on the road to Guildford FC.
Fraser Valley Soccer League's Langley United.
And our last matchup in the Doug Day Cup, the home team shall be
Vancouver Metro Soccer League's Surrey United.
Surrey United. And finally, on the road,
will be Fraser Valley Soccer League's Burnaby Metro Selects United.
The Burnaby Metro Selects United is actually a team founded in 2003 as a youth team, and the majority of this team is coming from the U18 team that won the league title and Coastal Cup last year. And that concludes the under 21 portion of the draw. Here, the next draw to make is the Keith Millar Cup, which is the Men's Provincial Beat Cup. Now this year's a little bit different from last year. We have added 8 teams to last year's 16-team draw. So there are 24 total teams, and as you can see, there's a preliminary round, and then there will be a few teams drawn into the next round that they buy. Now to come up and help me make this draw is from the Vancouver Whitecaps Club Ambassador, Carl Valentine.
Thank you. On behalf of the unbeaten Vancouver Whitecaps, and we have played some games this year. I do want to thank you for inviting me along. I think it serves as an exciting time to be involved in soccer with what's happened on the women's level and with the men's game and the grassroots, and especially all the collaboration that we see going on in our soccer community. It's certainly going to make us better. I thank you again for inviting me to the draw. This is the fourth live one, I believe, and I was at the very first one. And after being involved in England in some thrilling games in the Cup, I always remember sitting in front of the TV or the radio and listening to the draws and what teams you're going to come up against. And I'm sure whether it's on the stream or people texting now and Facebook and emailing, there's going to be a lot of excitement about the draw. So I thank you for making me a part of it. And I guess I've got the hardest draw there, all these teams. And thanks for inviting me up after Tyler Green. I really feel underdressed now. Can we have a round of applause for Tyler's outfit? He's always on radio, so you always think he looks a bum dresser, but I thought that's smart, Tyler.
Okay, let me get you over to this side and we'll do the draw from here. Now there are no seeded teams from this draw, so we're going to start on the far left side and go straight top to bottom before moving into the next round and putting in the bodies. So.
It's absolutely rapid fire. West Coast FC Celtic.
From the Fraser Valley Soccer League, West Coast FC Celtic.
West Coast FC Razorbacks.
From the Fraser Valley Soccer League again, the West Coast FC. All West Coast FC matchup. That should be interesting.
AC Richmond.
It's AC Richmond from the Richmond Adult Soccer Association, playing a home game right away. Versus
Richmond Athletics.
Richmond Athletics from the Richmond Adult Soccer Association.
I'm not making
just going to keep it within the leagues.
I'm not making this.
Okay, and the next team to be drawn will be a Lita.
Picard FC.
Bacardi FC from the Burnaby Men's Soccer League.
Langley United Dynamo.
We'll face the Langley United Dynamo. And Langley United Dynamo, founded back in 2002. Their current captain's Dan Olma, and they were semi-finalists last year in the Keith Millar Cup. And our next match, the home team,
South Burnaby Fighting Irish.
South Burnaby Fighting Irish from the Burnaby Men's Soccer League. They are the current league champions, actually 2 years in a row league champions, founded back in 2005. Their current captain is Luke O'Sullivan.
James Vantry.
Ventrites from the Vancouver Island Soccer League. Traveling on the road to Burnaby.
Reno's Fury.
Reno's Fury from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League.
Can you have a timeout?
And on the road will be
Bombastic.
Bombastic SC from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. Our next home club,
FC Sagres.
FC Sagres from, I believe, the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. Vancouver Island Soccer League.
Metropolitan FC.
Metropolitan FC from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. And they were founded back in 2007. The current captain is Matthias Kemp.
Richmond All Blacks.
Next is the Richmond All Blacks. This is your defending provincial champions. The captain right now is Amon Dhaliwal. This club was founded back in 1997, and they're the Division and League Cup winners this year. I'll take that one. It's Mundi Abacat FC.
Mundi Abacat FC.
From the Burnaby Men's Soccer League, yes.
Hearts and Rouge.
Hearts and Rouge from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. They will play at home to
FC Romania.
FC Romania from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. So there's your preliminary round. Those games will start this weekend. Now moving to the top of the bracket, and we'll see each of these teams will get a bye in the first round. They won't have that preliminary round.
Langley United Sparta.
From the Fraser Valley Soccer League, Langley United Sparta.
NK Hart.
NK Hrvat. From the Vancouver Metro Soccer League, I believe. I'm getting a nudge from the Richmond Adult Soccer Association, Huguenot's CFI.
Huguenot's CFI. I'm good. I'm good.
Next team.
Rain City.
And it's Rain City from the Richmond Adult Soccer Association. It's the Rain City Rangers. In fact, founded just last year in 2013. The captain is Brendan Barber, and it was a recent merger of the Islanders and Culebra.
Europa FC.
Europa FC from the Burnaby Men's Soccer League.
Cordova Bay Red Barn Bobcats.
Cordova Bay Red Barn Bobcats from the Vancouver Island Soccer League.
Fernwood Town FC.
Fernwood Town FC from the Vancouver Island Soccer League. And they were founded back in 1998. Current captain is Nicholas Poole, and they were the Division 4C champions this past season.
Surrey FC Temple United.
And last team, Surrey FC Temple United. And that completes the Keith Millar Cup draw. Thank you very much, Carl, for all your help.
I'm sweating.
Okay, now moving right along. We're going to go to the next. The next draw on our list is for the Lita Sokowski Cup, and that is in the Women's B Division. To help me do this draw, I have another one of our guest speakers. She's the venue general manager for Vancouver for the FIFA Women's World Cup 2015 in Canada, and I'm going to invite her up now to help me make the draw.
For the Vancouver operations of the tournament. So I'm just here to just tell you a little bit about the tournament. Before I do that, I just want to say thank you to BC Soccer for including us in tonight's activities and for letting us be a part of this. I really appreciate being able to come out and talk to all of you about the tournament happening in Vancouver and across Canada, in fact, next summer. Some of you probably already know that it's going to be taking place in June of 2015. 24 teams, the top women soccer players, will be playing over a 1-month period. There were 52 tournaments. 9 of them will take place right here in Vancouver at BC Place Stadium, including, of course, the final match on July 5th of 2015. John Erdman did a much better job selling the match than I ever would. It would be great to have you all out there, of course, cheering on Team Canada. That's kind of what we all hope to have happen, but regardless, we're going to see some top soccer being played. There'll be lots of things that will take place over the coming months. We have a small staff in place so far. There's 4 of us that are working out of our Yaletown offices. A couple of the staff are here with me tonight. So you can come down and see us, you can call us, you can get more information on FIFA.com/Women's World Cup. We'll soon be launching our own website for Vancouver specifically. We'll have a lot of content about the city, about things that will be taking place around the city, that all of you can hopefully, in your clubs and your members, can come out and participate in. There's volunteer opportunities for people to get involved in. That volunteer portal is up on the FIFA.com site. People are encouraged to sign up and volunteer during the tournament. There'll be opportunities for young girls to get involved as well in player escorts or ball retrievers, flag bearers, and other things like that. There'll be a trophy tour that will be launched sometime next year that will travel across communities as it travels from East Coast to West Coast heading to Vancouver, and we hope to engage as many communities as possible across the province. So we're happy to provide any information. We look forward to your support, obviously, to be able to host this great tournament. And again, thank you so much for including me in tonight's activities. Roger and Paul, thank you for your kindness, and I'm happy to help with the draw.
Okay, so as you can see, there's again some buys right away in the second round. There's no seeded teams in this one, so we proceed on the far left column here, top to bottom, and then move into the next round. So,
All right.
we got our first team is.
Here we go. Let's see how my pronunciation is. Lake Hill.
That's correct, Lake Hill from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association. And they will play at home to
Bombastic FC.
Bombastic FC from the Metro Women's Soccer League.
Vic West FC.
Vic West FC, the lone entrant from the Mid-Isle Women's Soccer League.
What are these?
Just little containers.
Just a little container. They're cute. Richmond FC.
Richmond FC from the Metro Women's Soccer League. Next matchup, feature at home.
Gorge FC.
Gorge FC from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association. And on the road to face Gorge.
Is, drum roll please, Dashmesh United FC.
Dashmesh United FC from the Metro Women's Soccer League. So as you can see, due to the number of teams, there is one bye already slotted at the bottom of the bracket there. So this team will have a bye in the first round and jump straight into that second round matchup. And they are?
Cowichan.
Cowichan from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association. And now we move back up, and again, so each of these teams will have a bye in the first round and await the results of the first round.
BGSC CFC Selects.
From the Metro Women's Soccer League, they are your defending champions.
Prospect Lake Lakers.
The Prospect Lake Lakers from the Lower Island Women's Soccer Association.
I have that. Magnuson Ford Mariners United.
Magnuson Ford Mariners United from the Metro Women's Soccer League. And our last team to be drawn out for this competition,
NSGSC Impact.
the NSGSC Impact from the Metro Women's Soccer League. And that concludes the Lita Sokowski Cup. And the next draw will be for the Daryll Hughes Cup, which is the men's masters division. That's men's over 35. Now to help me with this one, I'm going to invite Mr. Rob Brown.
It's always a pleasure to be involved in the Masters. These are the guys that I basically refereed all my life, and now they're growing into older men. And I had the pleasure of being in Saskatoon last year when Columbus, who came back from losing their first game, went on to win the final, doing a great show. So it's fantastic. It's great to see the skill level of those guys and the energy they put into the game. So let's go.
Beautiful. So same as at the under 21. We have seeded teams first, so those four will be placed in first, if you will, please, Rob. We'll do the seeded teams and slot them into 1, 2, 3, and 4 first. So the top position will go to
Croatia Soccer Club from the ViaSport.
Croatia Soccer Club from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. And at the number 2 position,
Gorge FC Backfit.
Gorge FC Backfit from the Vancouver Island Soccer League. And the number 3 seeded position,
North Delta Soccer Rangers from FVSL.
North Delta SC Rangers from the Fraser Valley Soccer League. And the final seeded team,
We'll play against Roman FC from the North Shore Coaches.
Roma FC from the North Shore Coaches League. Okay, now we move on to slot in the remaining teams.
Delta United from the Fraser Valley Soccer League.
From the Fraser Valley Soccer League, Delta United on the road to Croatia SC. Our next matchup, they'll be at home.
West Side FC from the VMSL.
It's West Side FC from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League, and they will play at home too.
Nanaimo United from the Vancouver Island.
Nanaimo United from Vancouver Island Soccer League. So on the road, traveling to face Gorge FC Backfit will be
Poco Castilians from the VMSL.
the Poco Castilians from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. Next matchup, our first team at home will be
West Van FC from the VMSL.
West Van FC from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. And they will play at home too.
PCOV from the VMSL.
PCOV from the Vancouver Metro Soccer League. And on the road to North Delta SC Rangers,
Vic West from the Vancouver Island Soccer League.
Vic West FC, Vancouver Island Soccer League. And the next team at home,
Coastal FC Sarge from the Fraser Valley Soccer League.
Coastal FC Sarge from the Fraser Valley Soccer League. And they will face
Columbus FC from VMSL and last year's Western Canadian champion.
That is correct, Columbus FC. So, going on the road to face Roma FC will be
Gordon Head Old School from the VISL.
Gordon Head Old School from the Vancouver Island Soccer League. And our last matchup, the home team is
Surrey FC Temple United.
Surrey FC Temple United from
Fraser Valley Soccer
the Fraser Valley Soccer League. And they'll be at home, and they will welcome
Howe Sound FC from the North Shore Coaches League.
Howe Sound FC from the North Shore Coaches League. Thank you very much, Rob. That completes your Daryll Hughes Cup draw. So it's that time. We're at the final draw of the evening. And National Championships. And for that, I'm going to invite the chair of the adult competitions committee, Mr. Kel Brodsgarda.
Thank you, Dan. Before we start the draw, I'd like to congratulate all the teams that qualified for the Provincials. It's quite an honor for any of these teams to make it and showcase the talent in this province. I sort of spent my weekend watching a lot of games and talked to a lot of people, and it was just amazing how the cup finals that took place this past weekend created all kinds of exciting games, including some upsets along the road. And that's kind of what this Provincial Cup is all about. A great opportunity for all teams to play that one game to beat the team that only couldn't beat. And I think that's what makes this event so exciting, that we can have winners come out of here that probably wouldn't make it on a normal day. But it's just a superb event that we got going on in this province, and I'm really, really proud to be part of it. And thank also all of you for coming out to join us this evening. But to all the teams, I wish you the best of luck. I also had the privilege of spending some time with our top 8 teams last year in Halifax, with the silver and bronze, and felt really, really proud of how Surrey and I has represented us. Just a great organization, and I congratulate you for the way you conduct yourself as a team does.
Beautiful, thank you, Kel. Now let's perform the draw. So again, we have 4 seeded teams that will be drawn first. In the coveted #1 position, having a home game all the way through.
From the VMSL, Inter FC.
Okay, and the #2 seeded position.
From the VMSL, West Van FC.
And the #3 seeded position.
Saanich Fusion from Vancouver Island Soccer League.
And our final seeded team.
Port Moody Northbrook Gunners from the Fraser Valley Soccer League.
Okay, those are all of our seeded teams. Now let's find out who are labeled. So in the first position on the road to Inter FC.
From the VMSL, Columbus FC. Sounds like a repeat of everything.
I really hope the road. Good matchup right up the top. Okay, and the next game, the home team will be
From the Fraser Valley, West Coast FC Selects.
and they will host the next team drawn.
From the Vancouver Island Soccer League, Cowichan FC.
Cowichan FC traveling on the road, face the West Coast FC Celtics team. West Van FC, one of your seeded teams, will play at home. And then we'll welcome
CCBRT United from the VMSL.
couple of VMSL matchups already. Okay, next team, starting at home.
From the VMSL, Croatia Soccer Club.
Croatia Soccer League, another VMSL team. VMSL team is crowding the top of the bracket here. And they'll play at home to the next team drawn out, which is?
From the Fraser Valley, Abbotsford Magnuson Ford United.
Abbotsford Magnuson Ford United. Okay, now to the bottom half of the brackets. Another seeded team, Saanich Fusion FC. They'll play at home. Traveling will be?
Vancouver Metro Soccer League's Metro Ford Wolves.
The Metro Ford Wolves. Traveling to the island. Next matchup down. At home, we'll have?
From the VISL, Age United Football Club.
Bays United Football Club on the island. They'll be your home team. And coming to face them.
Oh, the traveling team from the Pacific Coast League, Kamloops Heat.
Kamloops Heat coming down from the Pacific Coast Soccer League. Traveling to the island. Okay, in the next game, our last seeded team, Port Moody Lordco Gunners. They'll be at home.
On the Fraser Valley, Langley United.
They'll face Langley United from the Fraser Valley Soccer League. And the final matchup of the night, we have our home team
From VMSL, last year silver medalist, Surrey United Firefighters.
Surrey United Firefighters, the defending provincial champions. And they will be at home and on the road.
Vic Rollins Soccer League, Vic West FC.
Vic West FC, last team out of the trophy. And that concludes the last draw and all of our prizes. Thank you very much, Kel. And to finish off the night, I'd just like to ask BC Soccer President Roger Barnes.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who's made this evening. It's a great evening. I mean, each of these draws that I go to is tops and improves on what we've done previously. Over the last few years, we've been paying a lot more attention to making sure that cup competitions truly reflect the importance that they are. Cup competitions are our heart and soul. We know that with 8 and 9-year-olds, we try to limit the competition to the one-on-one beat the ball. But once we get to this stage, we know that this is what motivates people, this is what shows the recognition of great achievement, and why people get up, practice, in order to be in this draw and to be on the right-hand side. So thank you to everybody here for coming. Thank you to the people who made this happen. Firstly, to Dan Daryll and his team. I think you'll all agree that a superb job tonight. Thank you. Thank you to Kel Brosgard and his Adult Competitions Committee. Obviously, the cup competition is the end of about 10 weeks of 10 months of planning and frequent meetings, and when it goes as smoothly as tonight has gone, over the next 5 weeks, we know that we have done well. And finally, thank you to our local organising committees, the 2 organisations who on May 10th, Vancouver Metro Soccer League, and on May the 11th, Mother's Day, Metro Women's Soccer League, will make sure that the teams that make it through to the finals will have a day to remember. And other than next weekend, next Saturday, first day of games, right, in the U21, other than to say, let the games begin. Thank you.
We do have more food coming. There's drinks at the back. Please stick around, and Lori can print you off copies of the draw. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming, everybody.